So why do we see so many aggregators lately? It's just because it's a necessity. There is a bottleneck, okay, in terms of integration with operators. We have at least 1 to 2 studios popping out every month. We have over 250 studios right now, and I stopped counting around 20,000 games, right? And when I say we have 250 studios, it's because of the ones that are dying. Because if they were not dying, we would have more than 500 studios. The thing is that do we need, as operators, to integrate all of them, to try all of them? I'd say yes and no. No, because there's a lot of product that won't make it there. And yes, because you don't want to miss the next big time gaming. You don't want to miss the next No Limit City. And you could say, okay, but could you predict it? And again here, yes and no. When I saw big time gaming, when I saw Bonanza, it was in Las Vegas at the Bellagio, presented by Nick Robinson himself. It wasn't known back in time. He showed me the game on his phone, and he said, this is the next Gonzo Killer. And I look at the game, and I found that the graphics were crappy, the banjo music was bad. So man, you're not going to make it with that. I mean, at least put some cool graphics, put some cool music. He said, no, this is the next Gonzo Killer. And I said, good luck with that. And it made it. It worked. On the other side, I could look at Relax Gaming. They were just an aggregator, and they were just LGS, and they hired Simon Hammond, Chief Product Officer from NetEnt. They hired Daniel Escola, back in time as the CEO, who was also a Chief Product Officer at Unibet. You knew that they were going to build something awesome. And it took them, I think, about 1 year, and they had Money Train. And Money Train 1, 2, 3, and we have now the fourth and last opus of this series. So, by looking at the team, you can say, I can predict if the games are going to be good, but it's not that easy. So you do need to integrate all these games. The problem is that these people, they focus on entertainment. They focus on making great games. That what they want is to make a good game. The problem is that behind these games, there's an API. And there's an API where money is involved. And there's 3 parties there. There's an operator, there's a player, and there's a software provider. And as we are the only industry with the banking industry where there's money out, money in, money out involved. If the API is not done properly, someone's going to lose money. And you have hackers that are here to take advantage of that. You do need to raise the standards to the level of the banking industry in terms of API. Because if the API doesn't work correctly on Spotify, you wanted to listen to Taylor Swift, who are you going to get? Rolling Stones. Oh, too bad. Okay, but when that happens on a game, you can have high-level amount of loss that is invisible and that goes through months and months and months, and that your fraud team cannot even spot. So that's why it's very important to have the technology, the control of the API. And what we see today, even very big operators, what they do, they integrate all these APIs, like 100 different APIs from 100 small software providers that they don't have the knowledge, they don't know how to integrate this, and they use their APIs. And when we tell them, at least build your own API and force this small software provider to use your API, they say, we don't know how to do it. But that's why today aggregation is very important, not just as a game reseller, not just as a game broker, not only as someone who knows the game and can tell you which games are going to work in which market, but as a technological partner. And I would say, you know what, use your own contracts, sign directly with all the software provider, but use us as a technological partner to secure the transactions between you and all these software providers. We've been doing that since 2012 as an operator, but more than 10 years. We've integrated more than 100 software providers, and what we were doing at the beginning, we were doing exactly that. We were speaking 100 different languages. We were integrating the API of 100 different software providers, like everyone still continue doing. And at some point we understood that we needed to build our own standard, that we needed to be the promoter of API governance. And I think that why Alea is at the front end of that, it's because we only focus on aggregation, no PAM, player account management. We don't do CRM, we don't do anything else. We focus on one thing and we do it till the core, it's game APIs. Okay, so that's why I believe operators should work with us, because we only do that.